Banana, 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 banana.
Yeah, and I think I got one.
Welcome back to Often Wrong, Never in Doubt, with your host, Emilio Tirado. What a week we had here at the league. A new coach was introduced, and Coach Stosh maintains his perfectly winless season. Now, we were on bye last week, so I decided to grace you with highlights from college football's most storied program, the Arkansas Razorbacks. And none of you watched. You know how I know? Because if you had, you would have made it to about the 7-minute and 28-second mark, and you would have seen this.
First person to say "woo pig" to my face gets $20 for free. Enjoy.
And you would have made $20. Next week, it's worth $30. And I'm going to bury it so goddamn deep in the video, you won't have any idea where it's coming. So wake up, assholes! Now, before we go around the league, let's meet our new coach. Meet Coach Myers, a proud mother of two whose most recent parenting accomplishment was only last week when she nearly found one of her children. She's a coach with an eye for detail, no matter how many White Claws or beers she's chugged. And she's hot off a winning season after spending years beating up on her senile grandmother in her own family fantasy football league. Her lack of fantasy football knowledge, coupled with her lack of compassion for other competitors, along with her cuteness, should make for one hell of a coach as she tries to pick up the pieces for what some have generously called a fantasy football team. Fight on, Coach Myers. Fight on. We begin the week with one Coach Jorgensen, who, despite his love of defense and kickers, ran behind the 30-point performance of one Kyler Murray, while Coach Stosh managed to once again perform like a drunk teenager losing his virginity. Coach Stosh, aka the Freebie, is known for both his deep knowledge of Star Wars lore and his recent improvement to waiting over one table per hour. Here is a video compilation of Coach Stosh's season. And right about there is where he traded away Michael Thomas and Tyreek Hill. In the upset of the week, Coach Myers overcame the overloaded team of one Coach Hong through a combination of Ben Roethlisberger and his favorite target, Deontay Johnson, both of whom, it should be noted, were drafted by Coach Reyes and had nothing to do with the many allegations of a, quote, pillow talk conspiracy between the beautiful Coach Myers and the impartial Commissioner Tirado. Commissioner Tirado had this to say about the allegations, quote, "We have already begun an internal investigation into these baseless crimes, and we ask only that you respect the process and the findings of this impartial investigation. Thank you." End quote. No, thank you, Commissioner. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think I got one.
This commercial break is brought to you by drinking Bud Light Seltzer really fast. It's so gassy. Coach Gutierrez failed to deploy a running back core this week, while Coach Naweem coasted with a 30-point performance from one Alvin Kamara. Who gives a shit? Moving on. Coach Slocum managed to pass out in just the right position last night in order to start Josh Jacobs and Antonio Gibson, easily handling Coach BT, who also, as he claims, easily handles all of the men on his roster. Coach Schnurr managed to fail his fan base once again as he lost to the impossibly angry Coach Dietrich. But more importantly, this week he is playing Coach Tirado in what is becoming known as the Beard Bowl, aka the Battle of the Beards. That's right. The winner of this week gets to shave off the beard of the loser. And Coach Schnurr, I cannot personally wait to shave the fucking smug beard off your face and nail it to the wall of the studio like a scalp. Oh! Woo! I am coming for you, Coach Schnurr. I'm coming for you. Moving on to Coach Tirado, who managed to piss away yet another game against Coach Williams, whose team, as this show has predicted since the beginning of the season, is a dark horse to win the playoffs. However, Coach Toronto's every decision seems to be a failure, causing for many of his fans to call for his head. His decision to draft an all-rookie running back core has fans wondering, as his grandmother used to say, quote, where the fuck he thought he knew shit about fantasy football, end quote. Those words still hurt, Grammy. Those words still hurt. Well, I got pretty wasted this week, so I decided to add a new segment called Emilio's Drunk Thoughts. And here's my drunk thought. I see a lot of posts on Facebook about Black Lives Matter. I'm not sure what to think about the whole thing, but I do know one thing. Everyone on my newsfeed who says they are against Black Lives Matter or that they are making it up seems to be white. And they seem to live in predominantly white neighborhoods in small towns with a predominantly white population. Now, I feel like what they're saying is that, hey, even though millions of black people have come together to tell us what their experience is, it is my duty as a white American in a white town to explain to them the black experience in America. Is that what you're saying? Is that really what you're saying? And I feel like you're also probably Blue Lives Matter people and also anti-gun regulation people. Yet you don't care how many unregistered guns are pointed at cops at every single house stop and every single traffic stop, or house visit and traffic stop. You know what I'm saying. I'm on a roll here, so I'm going to keep going. At the end of the day, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And if you don't, come back next week and we'll try again.
Yeah, and I think I got one.